Hello, Patience here. Today I want to talk to you about how to build self-trust and achieve success as an introvert. We're talking about self-trust today because it's important for introverts. And why it's important is because self-trust often gets eroded. And we want to know how to rebuild it so that you can achieve the success that you desire and you deserve. If you have ever felt like you doubted yourself a lot or felt hesitant to rely on your inner voice, you're not alone. So that's why I feel like today's topic is going to be very relevant for you. So let's first of all start with talking about how self trust gets eroded. As introverts, we live in a world that often values extroverted qualities like quick thinking, constant collaboration, and being outspoken. When we're quieter or more reflective or prefer working independently, it can sometimes feel like we don't fit in. And hear the term you are antisocial. Over time, this can lead to you second guessing yourself, especially if you've been told to speak up more or people say to you, be more outgoing so that you can succeed. In addition, we are prone to overthinking, and it's easy to see how our self trust can be eroded, especially when we are always in our head, isn't it? So if you also spend a lot of time defining yourself by maybe your failures and unrealistic expectations, life becomes more about trying to fix yourself. Does this really sound familiar? If it does, I want you to know that it's not a flaw, it's a reflection of the messages we have absorbed about the potential that introverts have and the difference that we can make. So, I want to share with you right now why self trust is important. So, self trust is the foundation for everything: your decisions, your relationships, and your ability to step into opportunities. For introverts, it's even more crucial because we thrive when we align with our inner values and strengths. So, for me, in my story and in my journey, I want to share something that happened recently. I felt like I was being disrespected and being treated differently. Initially, I wanted to really brush it off. After all, I've been through it now. It doesn't matter. It's best to move on, I thought to myself. But something in me kept saying, it's not so much that these people have disrespected you. It's the fact that if you don't deal with it now, you lose respect for yourself. And this may also cause you to lose self respect. But the truth is, I really don't like conflict. I don't. And many times, I love to speak the brutal and vivid truth. And being truthful can be hurtful to many people. So sometimes I just want to bite my tongue and not see anything. However, I realized that the desire to continue to respect and trust myself was stronger than the desire not to rock the boat. So I took action. I reported the incident. I think the initial feeling of discomfort soon eroded away, and it felt really empowering speaking my mind or reporting an incident so that it doesn't erode my self respect, my self esteem, and my self trust, because that is so vital. And it's also a vital ingredient, I would say, for being quietly confident. So just because you're quiet, people should not walk all over you and do things without you deciding that really I'm just going to get my self respect back. Self trust is the belief that you can overcome challenges and obstacles. Therefore, if there's a challenge in front of you, and that challenge might involve speaking up or, standing up for yourself or overcoming barriers and hurdles that people have put in front of you just because they think you're an introvert, then self-trust is what you need to do. You need to build up yourself to believe in yourself that you can overcome those challenges. Because without self-trust, you may find yourself hesitating, people pleasing, or missing out on chances to shine. Trusting yourself is about reclaiming your power, no matter how quiet or reflective that power might be. So when you trust yourself, you make decisions with clarity and confidence. You set boundaries that protect your energy, and you show up authentically, creating success in a way that feels right for you. I'm sure that we all really want to be able to do this. We all really want to be able to step into our power. We want to live through, live out our power. And we don't want to be defined by whether, as introverts, we can take action or not, as the case may be. So, what are some of the things that you need to start doing to get things going for yourself? How do you build or rebuild self-trust if you feel that that has been completely eroded? So we want to talk about that. How do you build that self-trust that can help you to achieve success as an introvert? I have 3 different ways that you can get started, and let's talk about that. So the first one is to reconnect with that your inner voice, because that's the first thing that you don't trust your inner voice, and sometimes we know that the inner voice becomes the inner critic, right? So take the time to get to know yourself again, and one way that you can do that is to journal, to spend time introspecting, to meditate, or when you sit in silence introspecting. This can help you to tune out the noise of external expectations and reconnect with what you value, so that you can ask yourself, what is it that feels right for me? And when you listen to those answers, it will guide you, because you're asking yourself a question that can help you to say, yeah, everything else outside me is noise. This is what I really want. Many of my coaching clients come to me at a critical time when they want to dig deep to face a new challenge, to reinvent themselves, or make difficult decisions. They know that they are capable and are seeking to trust their inner guardians. My work is to intuitively coach them to uncover that guidance and make progress. So, if you're sitting there thinking, I can't trust my inner voice, then I think that's the first step that you need to take so that you can trust yourself. The second step that you need to take is to take small, consistent actions. Yes, action is key. Trust is built through action. Start by setting small goals and following through. It could be as simple as speaking up once in a meeting, or honoring a commitment to take a much needed break. It might also be like myself, speaking up when you feel disrespected. Yes, analyzing what that would do and being willing to have those difficult conversations. So when you feel stuck, having to take small steps will get you unstuck. And each time you follow through, you send a powerful message to yourself. I can rely on me. So that's number 2, to make sure that you take small, consistent actions. And the most important thing here is to rise above any disappointments when you fail to take action. Because when you fail to take action, you might feel that, I'm just going to throw in the towel. But that's the exact time that you need to step out and try again. Because it's all about the incremental steps that you take to get more comfortable with things that you feel uncomfortable about. And the more you do that, the more you can trust yourself. The last and final step is to redefine success on your own terms. So success doesn't have to look the same for everyone. As an introvert, your strengths like deep thinking, empathy, and listening are some of the superpowers that you can apply. And you want to use them to carve your unique path to success, one that aligns with your values and brings you fulfillment. What I do with clients now is to help them to refine their success roadmap. Yeah, we all have different ways that we get to a destination that we're going to. So helping you to individualize and align your success roadmap is what I'm good at. So a recent client came to me desiring business development, armed with a list of success requirements. By the end of our coaching session and relationship together, the one-sided list became a holistic list of desires, and this provided a clearer pathway to follow, because it just didn't focus on what the expectations were about business, but it focused on what type of business she wanted to create and what were the elements of that business that she would find more fulfilling, more purposeful for her. And that became that holistic roadmap that she could use. So I just want to encourage you that rebuilding your self trust isn't about changing who you are, it's about embracing the quiet power you already have and proving to yourself that you're capable of creating success in your own way. So, what's one small action that you would take today to start rebuilding your self trust? Share and let me know in the comments so that we can celebrate with you, we can hold you accountable for taking those actions, and maybe that small action might even be getting on a call to speak to me about your desires to create your success roadmap and maybe looking for someone to come alongside you to work with you to help you do that. So for now, until next time, continue to work on your self-trust so that you can achieve success on your own terms. Trust yourself. You have everything you need to succeed. Just learn to harness your introvert strengths. Take care. God bless.